So the semi-finals of the FA Cup have been set. We'll get to those fixtures in just a moment. Shaka Hislop is here with me as we had two matches today. Shaka, let's start off with Leicester City against Chelsea. That's probably the more juicier fixture on paper. And the match was quite juicy, went into extra time. Chelsea getting by the Foxes. How big of a win was this for Chelsea and their season?
I think it was big for Chelsea as they struggle still, as we sit right now, uncertain as to whether they even finish in the top four. Let's remind ourselves that they still are defending champions of the English Premier League. But more importantly, Alvaro Morata got himself in his score sheet with a really good finish. He's been lacking confidence for quite some time. Antonio Conte came to his defence earlier in the week. I don't think he did a good job of coming to his defence, but Morata responded, and I think that was probably the biggest takeaway for the individual. Chelsea rallied against a decent Leicester team at home, who after conceding were probably the better of the two teams. And then disappointingly for me in particular as an ex-goalkeeper, Kasper Schmeichel, an uncharacteristic error, gifted Chelsea the berth into the next round. I hate seeing games, especially games as big as this, being decided by a goalkeeping error. Again, that's just a personal bias. But, you know, you have to say Chelsea fared well away from home after they've not had a whole lot to shout about. Maybe this is just the boost they needed.
Speaking of not having a whole lot to shout about, that's pretty much been Southampton's season as well, at least in the Premier League. But here they are in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. New manager Mark Hughes. Great way for him to start life at Southampton.
Without question. Southampton still in the bottom three. Bring in a new manager in Mark Hughes, get that knee-jerk reaction, get a result against a team that maybe you would expect them to. And I think it's easy to forget that Wigan are the ones who knocked out Manchester City. Yeah, Southampton go there, second best in the first half, get a goal, get another goal late on when Wigan are pushing. And when you're struggling for survival, these are exactly the types of runs, the types of results that you can build on. Just looking back at my own time at Pompey, we used a deep FA Cup run ourselves to see us stay up in the Premier League. Maybe it's exactly the injection that Southampton needs as well. Now, we'll talk about the draw in a minute. Anybody looking at that will want to draw Southampton, obviously given who's left. But for Southampton, for Mark Hughes, this was a fantastic day. Getting through to a semi-final, getting a result, and now all of a sudden there's belief in that dressing room. There's belief in the players alongside you, and there's belief in the new manager.
Well, like you mentioned, the draw, let's have a look at those semi-final fixtures. As you said, anybody would be wanting to draw Southampton, and Chelsea were the ones who did it. But then there's another juicy fixture in Manchester United against Spurs. Shaka, who do you see going through?
Well, I see Chelsea getting the better of Southampton. I think this is where it comes to an end for them. A great FA Cup run for Southampton. Chelsea getting themselves in the final in a one-off game. Who knows, maybe that can salvage their own season. The draw between Manchester United and Spurs, a lot tougher to call. Yes. Spurs got the better of Manchester United at Wembley earlier this season. Man U reversed the fixture at Old Trafford.
Home advantage for them?
Yeah, as much as officially they're the away team. And let's remember, Spurs started off slowly at home, lost to Chelsea, I think it was at Wembley, also lost to West Ham. But since that West Ham loss, they've had two draws and the only loss to Juventus at Wembley. Also key to that is Harry Kane is carded to be making a comeback probably just before that FA Cup game or sometime in the weeks leading up. Son has been fantastic. Spurs have continued to show well in the absence of Harry Kane. But again, Kane coming back into that team at that point for the run-in, probably exactly what Spurs need. I give Spurs the nod.
All right, thanks so much to Shaka Hislop, where there's all you need to know about the FA Cup, at least today, and as we look forward to those semi-final fixtures.